Fitzzebra, time for the next story in our topic of stories from the Bible. And today we are going to be reading a story about a man called Noah and a boat. And the boat is called an ark. After many years, God looked at the world he had made and was sad. The people were bad and they hurt each other and did not listen to him anymore. God decided to flood the whole world so that everybody in it would drown. There was just one man who loved God and obeyed him. His name was Noah. God said to Noah, "You must build an ark, a huge boat, so you can save your family and all of the creatures on earth. I will tell you exactly how big it must be." Noah did what God told him. He cut down trees and collected all the things he needed. Then he began to build his ark. His 3 sons helped him. They marked out the shape of the ark on the ground and made a wooden frame. Then they covered it with wood and painted tar on the inside and the outside to make the ark waterproof. After months and months of hard work, it was finished. It had 3 decks, a door in the side, and a roof, just as God had told Noah to build it. Noah and his family loaded the ark with food and water for themselves and all the animals. Just as they were carrying out the last load, huge clouds drifted across the sky, blocking out the sun. Noah looked up and a few drops of rain fell on his head. Then he looked towards the hills. A huge procession of creatures was walking and trotting, creeping and slithering, or flying in an endless line. There were 2 of every kind of animal and bird in the world. Noah stared at them. "I didn't know there were so many," he said. As he watched, they filed into the ark. There was just enough room for them all. Noah and his wife and his 3 sons and their wives went in too. God closed the door after them. Then it began to rain. It rained and it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Slowly the water flooded the ground and the ark floated away into this huge new sea with everyone safely inside. Outside, the water rose until it covered the very tops of the mountains, and everything left on the earth was lost in the flood. For months and months, the ark tossed on the waves of a huge empty sea. At last, the rain stopped and the water began to go down a little. Noah opened a window and sent out a raven. "Go and find some dry land," he said. The raven flew a very long way, but it couldn't find any dry land. We've got a picture of Noah's Ark here. What different animals can you see? I can see giraffes and a zebra and a lion and a penguin. I can see some animals in the sea. I can see an octopus, some starfish. 2 of every kind of animal went into Noah's Ark. Later, Noah sent out a dove. It flew away, but it came back again. Noah waited a week and sent out the dove again. This time it came back with a twig in its beak. "This means there is dry land and things are growing again," said Noah. After another week, he sent the dove again, but this time it didn't come back. Noah lifted off a cover on the ark and looked out. At last he could see land. Noah opened the door of the ark and everyone rushed out. The land was dry and the sun was shining. Spread out all over the earth and have your families, God said to Noah and to all of the creatures. Noah looked up and thanked God for saving them from the terrible water. In the sky was a rainbow. This is my sign, said God. I promise I will never do this again. So here's a picture of the rainbow. So in this story, the rainbow was a special sign of God's promise never to flood the whole earth again. Hope you enjoyed our story. See you soon. Bye.